Okay, hopefully you guys all know how to use a ruler. That's what I'm hoping. All right, here we go. Is this it? Nope, it's not it. All right, cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we are going to we got our, okay, everybody, shh, don't talk when I'm giving a demonstration now, so no talking. All right, when I'm done with this, then you can talk. Okay, so we got our two reference photos. So one is we're going to put a grid on this, and the other one is so it's not messed up, we don't have a grid on it. So we're going to take one, we're going to put it aside with our watercolor paper over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to get our ballpoint pen, okay? So your ballpoint pen, and we're going to get our ruler. We're going to take said ballpoint pen, and we're going to find our inch side. Now, this is really important. You got to make sure that you're measuring perfectly, okay? Like very accurately. These lines are very, very straight. So what we're going to do here is we are going to, and tell me if there's any problems like you can't see or anything as I'm doing this. So we're going to take our ruler, and we're going to put the inches right here. So I just got the 1 inch mark right here. So we're going to go to the top of your reference. Okay, we're going to go to the top of your reference. You're going to put that 1 inch mark right there, right at the top. Okay, and every inch increment, you're going to make a little vertical mark. So I'm just going up and down on 2, 3, 4, and mine just happens to be about 5 inches in width. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna go. I got 3. See that? We got a mark right there. We got a mark right here, and I have a mark right here. But yours might be wider than mine. Okay, yours. So you're gonna put more marks, and then we're gonna go down to the bottom here, and see how I have that inch right at the line right there. Okay. We're going to make a little vertical mark here, and right here, and right here. Okay? So there we go. And you got to make sure these are accurate. So there's tiny vertical mark, vertical mark, vertical mark. Then we're going to take our ruler, and we're going to line that up. We're going to line these two up right here. And we're going to draw a vertical line. Okay, and then we're going to do the next one. And we're going to do the next one. And you need to be using a ballpoint pen for this. Do not use a pencil. Okay, in my opinion, because the pencil's reflective, it's hard to see. And so I prefer the ballpoint pen, and that's what we're going to be using. So do not use the pencil. All right. So you should have a certain amount of vertical lines going through your entire image. Some of you may have done this before, and so it's a little review. So you have funsy time. And I'm just pausing because I'm letting you guys catch up. Does anybody need more time on this? Raise your hand if you need more time. Raise it high so I can see. Okay. So today, do not be on your phones at all. Okay, we're just focusing on getting this done. Getting this all locked in. Anybody need more time? Raise your hand if you need more time. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move along here now. Now, what we're going to do next is we are going to turn, watch, we are going to turn our image to sideways, okay? To the right or left, I don't care. And then once again, you're going to line up the inch marks here. We're going to go like this. We're going to go, I'm just putting the 0, not the end of the ruler, but right here at the 0, okay? Or the 1, whatever. At the top. Once again, and we're going to make little vertical marks at each inch increment. And you got to make sure that it is exactly at the inch mark. Now mine's a little bit more than 7 inches. It's like 7¼ inches. So I don't care about that extra 1/4 inch of his chest. So we don't have to paint that. Like I won't have to paint that. And it'll make sense as we go along here. What I'm talking about. All right, now we go to the bottom and I have the 0 lined up to the edge of the image. And we're gonna go little vertical marks at every inch increment. Exactly on the inch mark. Okay, so there we go. I got little dashes at every inch on the top and on the bottom. There we go, okay? So, then once again, we're going to take our ruler and we're going to put, what I like to do is I take the ballpoint pen, I put it right here, I bring it to the dash, and then press down on the ruler so the ruler does not move. Press down on the ruler there. Press down on the dash, line up the ruler, press down on the ruler, press down on the dash, move the ruler over, line up the ruler, press down on the ruler, and draw the line. Okay, so now we have this beautiful grid that we have drawn on our paper. Now, you can do this in digital format. I like analog. I like teaching it in analog form. What we're doing is analog. A lot of beginners out there, so this can be really helpful. Okay, so let's as you guys are finishing this up by doing this, when we're painting a portrait, because we're specifically painting a portrait, or when we're trying to draw or paint something detailed in the grid, let's just talk about a portrait. What's the most important part of the portrait, would you think? Is it the hair? Is it the ear? Is it the shoulder? What do you think the most important part of the portrait would be? Yeah, the face. So if you check, look at this right here. Let me point this out and you can pause for a moment here. So look at the eyes from here to here to here to here. So you have this triangle shape from eye to nose to eye to nose, right? So I like to say the eyes are the most important, then the nose, then the mouth. But this area, this triangular area here, right? Eyes, nose, mouth, this is the most important. And it has the most amount of detail. But you could argue, oh, the hair has a lot of detail, and it does. Now, we can get away with not putting detail in the hair. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, we want to get that really close. We want to get that as close as possible. So, what we got to do is we need to, we've divided this paper up into these squares, these sections. And now the eyes, the nose, the mouth, they are detailed. Okay, they have smaller shapes. Okay, because the whole, like this area right here, if you watch, all this is like a big shape right here. Like we have this big, really long line going on right here, and we have these little shorter lines and shapes going on the eyes, the nose, the nostril, the mouth. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to subdivide. Okay, so we are going to subdivide. Okay, we're going to subdivide these squares. We're going to make these squares even smaller. So we need to be really accurate with our ruler. So we're going to take our inches. Now we're going to go to half inch. So hopefully you guys know what a half inch is, and we can do this proficiently. So now what we want to do is this square right here, we're going to divide this in half vertically and horizontally. And this area, we're going to divide it vertically and horizontally. So we're going to take our ruler like so. Oops, my paper moved. And take our ruler like so. And then we're going to go at the top. We're going to go to the top of this square right here. Okay, and you're going to find your section that's similar to this. Any square that has the eyes, there's my beard. Any section that has the eyes, the nose, the mouth, you're going to subdivide that, okay? So we're going to go half inch mark, watch. And we're going to go down here in this one square. We're going to go down to the bottom of this square, and we're going to go 1 inch dash. And then we're going to draw a line going through that and divide that square in half. But I probably need to give you guys some time to catch up on. You guys still, Who still needs to catch up on the last set of lines? Or is everybody done gridding out? Who's not done gridding out yet? Okay. So see this square here, because it has the eyes in it and it has the nose in it, and that's why I'm dividing this in half. Okay, this section next to it, right? I'm not going to subdivide this because there's not important stuff here. Okay. So then I'm going to turn this paper now. And I am going to put my ruler, still this square because it has the eyes, it has the nose in it. Okay. You might have more squares that have the eyes in it. You might have 3 squares that have the eyes in it, and the nose and the mouth, or 4 squares. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to subdivide this. I'm going to put, putting that inch mark right there. See, I got that. I'm lining it up 5 inches here, 6 inches right there. And it doesn't matter. We just want that to line that up. And then we're going to mark on the top a 1/2 inch. And we're going to go down. And we're going to mark at the bottom a 1/2 inch. Okay, so I have that dash up here and I have a dash right there. Not really a dash, it's a vertical dash, I guess. Then once again, we're going to line that up and we're going to subdivide that square. So now we have this square that is divided into 4 squares. And that's going to help us draw the detail of the eyes and the nose of this portrait. Okay? It's going to help us place it correctly when we draw this out on our watercolor paper. So, once again, any square that has the eyes, the nose, and the mouth in it, you're going to subdivide that square just like we did. So, what I need to do now is I need to subdivide. Kind of moving this down here a bit. I need to subdivide this mouth area and the chin, okay? But mainly because I want to get the mouth placed in the right area. So once again, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to put a 1 inch mark here. I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to go to the 1/2 inch mark here. Make a little vertical dash there. And I'm going to go to the bottom of that square. Go to the bottom of that square, make a vertical dash at the bottom. And then I'm going to put my pen right here. There's that vertical mark. And then where's the other one? Right up here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. And there we go. I'm all lined up. And then I draw my line. So now this is divided in half. And then I'm going to divide that in half again. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. And then we're going to go like that. We're going to do this again. We're going to line this up. Make that vertical mark at the top. Go to the bottom of this square. And why am I choosing this square? Because it has the mouth in it. I'm going to put my pen to that dash. And I'm going to line that up. And I'm going to draw that line. So now this square is divided into 4 squares. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to divide up the squares on your portrait that have the eyes, the nose, and the mouth in it. Okay, so this one has, this square over here has a little bit of eye in it. So I'm going to divide up this square as well. Even if it has just a smidgen of a little bit of the eye, you are still going to divide that. Like this square right here has a little bit of eye in it, so I'm going to divide this square as well. Vertical dash at the top, vertical dash at the bottom. Turn it. Vertical dash at the top. Vertical dash at the bottom. Bless you. Line it up. Okay. So now I have subdivided the squares that have the eyes, the nose, the mouth. So if you're having difficulty drawing any detail in any of your squares, okay, because we did some big squares, now we have medium-sized squares that we've done, okay? So this is going to help us draw the detail and draw these smaller shapes proportionally and accurately. And so this is a really cool method of training your brain to see detail when you're looking at something. And I'm also gonna do this. Let's say you're having trouble still. Like this area, this square right here, if you guys would look up for a second, this square right here that has his eye, his nose, has a lot of detail. Okay? And so I will subdivide this as well. So I will go like that, and you're like, hey, but you're not using a ruler. I know. So if you can do a straight line, there you go. Now that's subdivided a third time. And you may need that. Like for me, I want to get that eye placed correctly. So I'm going to subdivide that a third time. And I know this isn't making sense yet. Once we start drawing, it will start making sense. If you have not done the grid method before, okay? You're like, how is this going to help me draw this thing? All will be revealed. So there we go. Okay. So there's that. Now, and you don't have to decide or put these subdivisions, okay? Subdivisions, so let's write that down. Subdivisions, okay? These are subdivisions. We've divided into squares. Now we're going to take our pencil, just a regular pencil, okay? We're not using a drawing pencil. We're not using a soft pencil because we're using a harder pencil. That's what these regular pencils are made of, harder graphite, because we're laying in our drawing, okay? So now it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for some of you to do this part. So what we want to do now, we're going to get our watercolor paper, okay? We're going to get our regular pencil. We have our reference here. Now you have to figure out, okay, with a ruler, where is the middle of your paper? And we want your image placed in the middle of the paper. Okay? So my image is 4 inches by 7 inches. Okay? It's a little bit more than 7 inches. Okay, but I can cut off the top here. I don't need that. But see, this part right here, this bottom part, I don't need that. So I'm not going to paint this section down here. Okay, so that's out. So I can take my pen and I can go just cross that out because I am not going to draw that. I'm not going to paint that. Okay. So my image, and then you're going to do that with your image. You're going to figure out, okay, let's make this super easy on ourselves. So this is 4 inches by 7 inches. And now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go, okay, I got to get this 4 by 7 inch rectangle placed in the middle of this watercolor paper. But your image will be a different size. And so this watercolor paper, it is 9 by 12 inches. 9 by 12 inches. Okay, so it's 9 by 12 inches. So we go, okay, my image is 4 by 7 inches. The watercolor paper is 9 by 12 inches, right? So let's redo this. My watercolor paper is 9 by 12 inches. My image is 4 by 7 inches. So I'm going to do a little arithmetic. You guys know what arithmetic is? Okay, we're going to use some math here. So let me zoom in here. Check this out. This is the watercolor paper. This is the image. Okay? So all of your guys, your watercolor paper is this size. What size is your image? Write that underneath. And we go, okay, watercolor paper, the difference is 5 inches. The difference here is 5 inches. Right? That's mine. That's mine. So I need to put this in the middle. I got to measure down 2.5 inches. I got to measure up 2.5 inches. Okay? So this is really easy stuff. Watch. Here we go. So I'm going to put my ruler right here. Pay attention. 1, 2.5. I make a dash on this side. And then I'm going to go 1, 2.5 on this side, and I make a dash. So I have a dash right here and a dash right here. And then I'm going to draw a light line, not hard, a very light line. So hey, don't talk when I'm talking right now. Just hold on. We're going to measure down. See, I figured out that basic math. I got 2.5 inches down, 2.5 inches up. So now I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm putting that 0 on the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to go 1, 2.5. Make a dash on this side. Then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go 1, 2.5. Make a dash on this side. So I made a dash here and I made a dash there. So now I'm going to come up. Draw a light line. Okay? So there's my light line. There's my light line. So I've divided this in half because half of 5 is 2.5. Half of 5 is 2.5. So now I got to do the same thing here. I got to measure down. And you guys, each of you has a different size image, so you have to figure this basic proportion out. So I got 1, 2.5. Making sure this is right. And then I come over here and I go 1, 2.5. Then I draw my light line like this. If you could walk around and help them with it, because some of them probably aren't going to get it. I'm just having them center this on the watercolor paper.
Center it.
Yeah. So I'm having, you know, so we're just going like, this is 9 by 12.
So they're measuring.
Yeah. So if you just walk around, like, help them out, whoever's having issues. Thanks. So I'm gonna go like this, 1, 2.5, and then I'm gonna go 1, 2.5. Roshi's here. He's gonna help you guys out. All right. So now, check it out. Look up here. I have my rectangle in the middle. Okay. We want to center this so it looks good. We don't want to randomly put this on there. So this is going to take a little bit of time. And so Roshi and I are going to walk around, see who needs help you guys out. All right, who needs help with this? Anybody? It's okay not to know. Yeah, so you did, so 4 by 6, so you do, no, yeah. See, look. Right? Oh, no, you're right. There you go, you got it. Yeah, you're right. So you'll go 3 inches down, so you'll do, oh, so you go 2 inches. You got 2 inches. So this is. Does it work? So you don't need to. We can cut. You can do that, yeah. Okay, so you need. Like if I know.
I don't know if that's how he did it, but that's not the best way to do it. Your grading's working.
Look at you, you did this. You did it in random wherever.
Another week, we just see that.
It's not a deal. Yes. Okay, so you do that. It has to be exactly an inch. Hold that down. Line it up. you'll cut off the line. Which you did here. You did it already. You just gotta make sure, like, did you do these an inch? Yeah, those you did an inch. Yeah. Okay, just read it up, okay? But you have the concept right. This is guys, the inch squares have to be exact. You can't randomly, if you don't understand, that's okay. That's why me and Roshi are here to help you, or ask your neighbor to help you out, okay? But it has to be exactly an inch.
You do all the lines or just the border?
Just do the border. Just do it. What is yours? Okay, yeah, just that, yeah. And now we're gonna go. Not size enough. It's just exactly. The same size. I just want them to get the concept of grouping, you know?
The way they do
Okay.
the,
So like this,
it's like if you know the center,
you gotta
and then like I know this is the one measure, then I know this is like 8 tall, sometimes it's like 8 and divide it in half, so like the middle of the column, like. And I'm like,
and you go up here. Then you go, okay, this is exactly on the edge. Now you can line it up. This is really good.
tell me this number. Which side is on?
Here, and see how you do it over here. Off a little bit. Very, very important. Exact inches here. Exact inches. Yours are not inches. See? So here's the inch thing. Okay, those are perfect. Beautiful. Just gotta cut that off. Well, what's off is these. So, I think these are. See, look, you're using this one, and then you're using this one. I think this is. Yeah. So you guys use one or the other. You can't, like, this is the inch here, which you did use correctly. See, boom, boom, boom. But that's a little off. Okay, cool. All right. Aiden, how you doing? You got a buff one? What's that? We're going to, yeah, same size. No, we're just have you guys done this before? Yeah, we're gonna just do same size. 1 inch grid. So now you gotta go. Now we gotta go. This is 5 inches. You did some random thing here.
This is 9 wide,
Inch,
so
inch,
1
inch,
quarter.
inch. Can't do that. Okay, so,
Does that make sense? Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna need like,
At least the sides.
check it out. So here's inches, right? It says architect on there. That's inches. There's another one on here. Okay. So you line that up. You go.
So now, we're gonna measure out.
Stay on there.
On both sides. This, all you guys are gonna shoot.
Has to be
You're gonna measure each.
exactly. Okay.
Yes, because those are done for the edge.
Inch right one. That you're not gonna.
Yeah, we got a minute.
Oh, guys, we're out. Put it all away. We're done. More tomorrow. That's it for today. Yep. See you guys.